Yes, Reds, how are we? Do you know, I've just noticed me beard there. Look like Shadrach Dingle. Looking worse for wear, lad. Me barber's away, but he's back tomorrow. Look, shout out to everyone. This is Red Or Live TV. We're going to review tonight the game last night, which for me an amazing 3 points, Mo. But also, how are you?
I'm very well from a Liverpool perspective. Like you said, Inter is a tough place to go. I think they were unbeaten there in 3 years. We were saying, and also I don't think many people have stopped them from scoring as well in that period. They scored pretty much every game. So, considering what we were going under this week, what's gone on, and to get that performance and that result, fantastic. As a person, I'm a bit sick and a bit ill, so my apologies to the chat if I turn my video off and start sneezing and blowing my nose, right? But I'm man flu. You know what it's like. It's the worst thing in the world.
No, it is, lads. But look, shout out to everyone. What's that? Cara won't like Mo was speaking with you, Ben. Yeah, look, shout out to everyone in the comments. Smash a like, subscribe. If you've got any questions, get them in. We won't keep you for too long. Some great football on tonight, Mo, as well. I think that's an interesting time, Real Madrid and Man City. Mate, they seem to pop up all the time, them two. Do you know what I mean? That's
Do you believe it's Alonso? If he doesn't win, he's going to go? That's the rumours.
There's something wrong. I think Real Madrid, with the egos in that club, I think Florentino Perez prefers Vinny Jr. because he holds value.
Oh, he's always going to pick, 100%. They're always going to pick their players above their manager. Always. Oh,
mate, they're deluded. And I'm not being funny, lads. You know, regardless of what happens with our football club, I think that, let's say the manager does go, I think Alonso's one of the top targets personally.
100%. I think Alonso and Fabregas are probably the two top targets.
But yeah, and then, you know, let's be honest, Rob, just before we go into it, right, this is not a disrespect to Slot because I made up for him after last night, right? Oh, yeah. But I think, my opinion is Liverpool don't want an interim. So Liverpool want to build from...
He'll get to the end of the season, wouldn't he? And if he doesn't get top four, he's out the door, in my opinion.
I personally think, Mo, right, look, I think Arne Slot does go soon. I think it's been delayed off the back of what just happened. Okay, but I think it may pick back up when
it becomes available.
That, but also when Mo goes to the AFCON, to be honest. And let's face it, we keep talking about January. January's right round the corner, lad. So shit's going to start moving. But look, if you just joined us, smash the like and subscribe, get some comments in. But we'll go through it now. Mo, look, it's been a difficult week. You know, I want to, you know, just before we go into it, you know, before the game, we come off a mad results at Leeds. You know, you were there. How did you feel in it? I'll be honest, Mo, I thought at part of the game we played some of our better football this season, lad. And I was buzzing. I was like, couldn't believe we were 2-0 up. I thought, difficult day again, Mo. But then, you know, Canate fucking... do you know what? You can't just blame one anymore. It's a collective.
No, it's a collective thing, yeah. Canate started the rock, but, you know, he's got a bit of an empty head sometimes, doesn't he, you know? But straight after the second goal, the tracking back from Grav and the midfielders were just shocking, you know? So you can't... It's a collective thing. You've got to blame it all. I was there. Atmosphere was actually brilliant.
They get it going in there, don't they, lads?
Yeah, like credit to Leeds fans as well. Credit to our lot. Like we were bouncing, took 2-0 up. We were bouncing, and I thought, oh my god, for what? I turned to my mate and I said, we might get a game here when I'm not stressing, like, you know. And we were just happy. We were happy. And then empty head does what he does, and then I was like, oh my god, here we go. You know, like I agree with you. In patches of the game, we played some brilliant football. But I'm also a skeptical at times. And what I mean by that is, do you think we would have scored if it wasn't for their defender mistake? Because at the time it was 0-0, and this guy played a square ball, hospital pass, and Ekatike came in and finished it lovely. Would we have got the goal if that didn't happen? You got to keep it level-headed. And then we showed our cracks. You know, 93rd minute. It was just 96 minutes.
I don't think it's anything to do with our ability, guys, personally. I just think that the mental state of our teammates is carnage. And that's why, Mo, lads, I just want to say, last night I was so proud of the boys because their heads must be up their ass so bad. Yeah. To be a Liverpool player right now, Mo, is so hard. Yeah. And the manager. Never mind what's just happened anyway in the last few days, which is, for me, that's why I've took it to heart with the Salah situation, Mo. And I'm going to ask you in a minute about it. You know, because I'm thinking players in our team know how difficult it is at the minute. We don't need fucking individuals piping up. You've got to stick together. Because I believe, Mo, this is just me, I believe in stupid, superstitious shit. But I think you earn your luck in life. And I think if Liverpool keep going, swinging, fucking fighting for everything, they'll get some joy out of this season. And football's that fucked like that. If Liverpool fight for everything, they'll end up probably winning the Champions League and fucking getting it through that way. That's how mad football is, Mo. Do you know what I mean? Make no mistake about it, Liverpool don't like an easy season, lads. There's no two ways around it. We do things the hard way. And I've seen mad things, and it wouldn't surprise me. So, you know, when I see things the other day, mate, like, let's face it, Mo Salah was fucking fuming because he didn't play. That's it for me. I'm not buying anything else. It's because he didn't come on. And I just can't have it that you start fucking letting your team down by not being there yesterday, Mo.
Yeah. Well, when it happened, I didn't take that opinion straight away. What you've got. I was like, oh, I want to know more. You know, it felt so uncharacteristic from Mo to come out and say that. Like, you know, I thought there's something happened behind the scenes, something above. You know, let me try and find more. As the days gone on, we haven't found out more. There's rumours that he's been agreed to be sold behind his back, and if that's true, then maybe he's got not a right, but he lost his head basically. However, no player is bigger than the club. Stevie G said it perfectly earlier in his video.
Mo, you think about it. Sorry to interrupt, but if you're going to say that shit, you know, then you're not going to be playing midweek.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you probably know you've got offers on the table as well. If you're going to come out and throw a grenade like that, I mean, you've got shit lined up, like, you know?
Yeah. It's
so, look, for the chat, like I'm saying, 75, 80% he's wrong. He should never have done it, okay? Yeah. But there's a 20% of me that I want to know what's happened, what motivated him, what triggered him. Yes, he's a very selfish player. He always thinks about himself. But we also need to understand this guy, what he's done for us in the last 8 years. I'm not saying that's a blie or a pass, and he should get credit for that. But I'm just in response to some of the abuse he's getting. I've got mates in my group saying he's this, he's that, you know, like, calm down, like, you know, let's just see what happened first, isn't it? You know? Yeah. But 80% of me saying he's wrong, but 20%, I just want to know. I want to know why he got drove to that.
Yeah, mate, to be honest, lads, like for me, I'm just pissed off at Salah because for me, it is not more or not less. I think it's just due to the fact that he's not playing. Do you know what I mean? And like, I think Mo personally, mate, he's finding it hard, the fact that the club are trying to move on after him. Mo, I'll tell you, and I'll tell people who are watching this, I spoke to you privately months ago, and I said the biggest job Arne Slot's got on his hands this year is getting him out the sides. Yeah. I know how difficult it's going to be for any manager. Jurgen Klopp had issues with Salah when he didn't play him. I was at West Ham that day, and I was in the lower tier mode, you know, on the corner by the corner flag, and I could see him fucking booting off. And I said to me mate, Farrell, I said, fucking hell, lad, that's because he's not started. That's all it is. You can't hack it, you know, and you know he is, but that's what makes him the player he is. And I think when people think, you know, my Twitter's fucking been popping, lads, because I made a comment saying some people support Salah more than the club. There is people who do that.
Yeah, 100%.
And if Salah goes, a lot of them knobheads need to fucking go as well. Because no one should be supporting players over Liverpool Football Club, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that for me. But Mo, I think the disappointment for me, mate, is that I've seen this happen time and time again. And I knew he would kick off. I knew he would kick off. But his ego wouldn't stop him from fucking going out there, lads. I'll be honest, mate. He could have done it in a much different way. Oh, I was expecting him actually to pipe up in fucking AFCON. Because usually he's done a few of them before. Do you remember when he was away one time and he'd done an interview talking about Barcelona and shit like that?
Yeah, about a contract.
Yeah. This is a couple of years ago. So, you know, he's prone to it. And this is why, lad, for me, it's not about the club potentially selling him. Lad, people need to understand, if Liverpool want to sell him, they fucking can sell him. He's 34 years of age, lads, and let's be honest, the club probably looking at it, think we've had the best years out of Mo. And this, when you talk of Salah, people think you're being offensive towards him. I idolise Mo Salah, lads, but I also believe, personally, that his best days are probably behind him in the Premier League.
100%. You can be negative towards Mo Salah and still think he's a club legend. It's allowed, you know. There's no rule. There's no rule saying you can't do that.
For Liverpool, he's given me some of the best nights of my life. You know, 100%. I've spent all my dough following this little bastard around fucking Europe. Do you know what I mean? So,
and he's given us some amazing memories, like. But
and he will continue to do so if he stays. But I think Mo, he's finding it hard. The fact that, I'll be honest, Mo, we spoke off it. I think the Jota thing's got to him. You know, 100%. Obviously. I think it's fucked with his head big time. And we've seen that with a tweet, didn't we? I don't know what the words were, but he said something about not looking forward to returning to Liverpool. I think the way the team's playing, I think he doesn't like the fact that he can see the club trying to evolve after him, Because he likes the Salah show, doesn't he?
The main man syndrome, isn't he? He's not the main man anymore.
Only a few months ago, he sat in the middle of the pitch in the fucking crown on the throne. So to him, that shit probably feels like, well, what a waste of time that was. But Mo, if Liverpool think they can replace him with someone who's going to offer them a bit more now moving into the future, that's up to the club. It's not an offence that if Liverpool are trying to sell that. Liverpool, Mo, give the money to him and Van Dijk, knowing that one of them is going to bring money back in.
Well, this is what I was going to say. It feels premeditated. When they did those contracts, there's no way Liverpool or Hughes or Edwards, whoever runs the show.
Money run out?
Yeah, there's no way they would have let Trent go on a free and Mo go on a free. The optics for that would have been terrible. It would have been awful. So they've not hedged their bets. I believe, this is just my theory, I think, right, we'll give Mo the contract, okay? And in the next 6 months to 12 months, we'll sound out some buyers for him. At least we can get somewhere to between 50 to 70 million. This has been accelerated now from his outburst. And it's probably done the board, Hughes and Edwards, a favour. They're probably thinking, wow, we can get rid of him now, and the optics on us will look good because we're not forcing him out and so forth.
Quick question, Mo. Do you think because the way Liverpool have played has made Liverpool think maybe Jan's a good chance to get a bit more money?
100%. And the couple of people in the chat thinking, has he played his last game? I think he has as well.
I think he won't play again.
I think he'll get sold in Jan. And I think they're going to use this as a not a spin, but as the motivation or the trigger to say, look, thank you very much. You're a club legend. Shake your hand. Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah.
We will find out what's happened. But is it enough? Look, you need to keep a level head about this. People saying, Mo this, Mo that, Mo this. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. He's been our best player for the last 7-8 years. Okay? We are human beings. We make mistakes. Okay? He's driven by passion. He's driven by selfishness. He made a mistake. However, is what the potential motivators of that mistake is, did he get sold behind his back? Did he find out that Edwards and Hughes are striking deals behind his back? And is it because he has been dropped for 3 games? Are those two things potentially strong enough to come out in public and throw Liverpool Football Club under the bus and your teammates? The biggest people he let down was his teammates. And that's the biggest thing. Like, so look, we need to keep a level head. There's always a reason why. There's always a reason why. And I want to, like, 80% is wrong, 20%. I just want to know the reason. I want to know what's triggered it. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen people saying, Mo, because obviously we'll go into the game in a minute, but because I haven't had you since this has fucking happened, do you know what I mean? Because, like, it didn't surprise me, but it surprised me how fucking quick he went about saying things in the media, to be honest. I expected him to pipe up. You know, since he's piped up, he's constantly putting little fucking pictures out of him sat on benches and shit. Like, little fucking, you know, he's not going to say sorry, Mo, let's be honest now. He's got
too much pride. He's got too much pride. He's going to shake his hand. He's going to go get a contract.
No, see you later.
Yeah, see you later. Thank you. And leave with his head up high. And rightly so. But Liverpool fans need to just remember what he's done and not. It's a shame. Look, it's a shame. He's going to walk out the back door, one of our best players.
I also didn't expect him to go on this fucking red carpet leaving the club either. And the reason why I say that, Mo, is that I know this fella can't handle coming out the side, and that's where the disconnect will start. He just can't hack it. You know, and to be honest, I heard the quotes from Sturridge, and Sturridge said, you know, he spoke to him, because I think Sturridge probably said, look, Mo, I'm on the celly tomorrow for the game. Is there anything I can say to try and smooth it over a bit? Yeah. And he obviously said, I love the club, but I want to play. And that's when it just confirmed what I've been thinking. Yeah. Mo, it started from the Frankfurt game. That was the first game he didn't play, and he's thrown his fucking top on the sides, and I just thought, this is going to start again. He came on, lads, and he didn't pass the ball. He could have fucking passed the ball.
And we don't know whether that's down to tactics or whether that's down to him losing his legs. It could be a combination of both. But, you know, we can't expect, at some point, let's keep it real. He's 34. He had one of the best seasons he's ever had in his life. We can't expect that every year.
Caught him up now, lad.
It's caught up, man. It happens. The Premier League is unforgiving. Ask words. All you've got to do is ask words. The Premier League is unforgiving. And
he's probably got the most bruises over his body weight from getting battered fucking pillar to post.
And for longevity, if he feels the only thing that's going to keep him at the club is his daughter's loving Liverpool and his daughter's schools and things like that. He genuinely loves the club. He genuinely wants to stay in. Probably, I genuinely think he wants to retire here. You know, I genuinely think that. But he's also a proud man. He's the pin-up boy of UAE football or that Middle Eastern football, you know. He's the pin-up boy. So he's got pride. He wants to play every game. And that's probably why ultimately he's probably got offers on the table, PSG or, you know, Qatar or whatever, Saudi. And I think he's going to go in January.
No, I think it's a bit of both. I think he wants to move as well, to be honest. And I just think he's just gone, oh, fuck this then. Do you know what? I'm going anyway, blah, blah, blah. I don't like the manager. You know, he's not fucking playing me. That's what's ticked him over the edge, not coming on at Leeds.
And probably you're right with the Jota thing. He probably just needs to change the scenery now. He probably just, like, I need to cut this umbilical cord and I need to, like, get on with my life, you know. My head's gone, you know, and I don't think I'm going to get it right if I'm still here, you know.
Oh, the way the season's gone has probably propelled the move for Salah going. And the reason being is, if we aren't fighting for the league title, Liverpool have probably got, if we could shave that 400 grand a week off and replace it with a new player, bed him in. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I do not believe the club won an interim manager, Mo. Just them no fucking favours. Unless the likes of Luis Enrique's looking sat waiting for them in the summer, which rumours he potentially is looking to do a move in the summer, then fair enough. But you know Liverpool don't even fucking do loan deals, lads. So they're not going to go and do a part-time fucking manager, are they? Do you know what I mean? And this is why I personally believe they're monitoring what's happening with Fabregas and Alonso. But, you know, it is what it is, Mo. And if this is the way it goes, it is the way it is. And
do you think that he's going to see out the season then, your opinion?
Who?
Slot.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think you'll see him past January, personally.
Do you think that decision's been made already?
Yeah. I think what's been happening is, mate, within our club, and this is no disrespect to Slot, I like Slot, but I personally don't think he's the right person for the job. I think this club needs the creme de la creme manager as we've got creme de la creme players. And I think with fucking hell, we'll see, mate, Salah never done it that bad to fucking under Klopp, did he? He knows he can take advantage.
No, exactly. And I think it shows that he's failing to handle the big stars and egos. And he picks his favourite. I genuinely thought, even though Gakpo didn't travel, I swear to God, I genuinely thought last night we'd see a laptop on the left wing, Gakpo on Zoom, and
just running around this fucking kitchen.
The laptop just cutting in and taking a shot. I genuinely think he's going to find a way to get into the starting lineup. He will definitely find a way to get in the starting lineup. But I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but it was a nice, refreshing change the lineup yesterday.
I thought it was great. I really do, and I'm proud of the lads, and we'll go into it in a minute. But do you think Slot sees the season out?
I'm 50-50 all the time. Ask me 2 weeks ago. I'm Slot out. I'm still Slot out. I don't think he's the right man. But
Slot out in a respectable way. People think when we say that, it's disrespect. No,
I'm not disrespecting. The way I would put it is ask yourself, okay, in the next 3 weeks, if Xabi Alonso became available, would you swap Xabi Alonso for Slot? And I think a high percentage would say yes, and that's my reasoning behind it.
Yeah, I do. I think, and when you've seen the likes of Edwards and shit like that last night at the game, I do think they're meeting Fabregas. I do. I think he's the backup, but obviously, if they want the one that's played for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Two, he was the top choice. Yeah, he understands the club. He was the top choice previously. You know, when you look at the players that we've bought, we've bought players that are a different setup to Slots anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you never know. And let's be honest, mate. People are always talking about, can you upgrade players? Make no mistake about the clubs. Look, can they upgrade the manager?
100%. I think rightly so.
Rightly so. You've got to. If Liverpool are there because they go for the best lads. Yeah. So I don't think Slot's the best man for the job. But lads, if he turned it round, fucking by all means, amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I'd love him to.
The minimum for him to turn it around now is semis or final or even win Champions League, top 4 minimum, and the FA Cup. That's the minimum.
Yeah, look, I'll go through some of the comments, but shout out to Lewis in the building beyond the cop. Make sure you smash like, subscribe for more amazing stuff. And also give Lewis a follow. He's done loads of good content. And me and Mo are actually on with him on the Anfield Index, the bedroom. 8:30. But yeah, look, shout out to Lewis. He's been doing some good work on to BBC Radio Merseyside, I think he's on. So give him the support. It's a top lad, but we'll catch up with them shortly. Luke, cheers for that, brother. Well, I'll go through some of the comments. Look, if you just joined us, smash a like, subscribe. DM791 saying we needed an additional winger in the squad. We defo do, because if fucking Salah's gone, we've got no one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've got no pace. No one going to the byline and giving up those balls. And yesterday was good, but let's not get carried away. The first half, we didn't create much. We looked creative when Wirtz came on.
Well, give me, question here for you then after this. So selling Salah in January and only replacing him with Semenyo was definitely not good business. We will still be short. Mo, let's say Salah goes. I think he goes. You think he goes as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your top 3 players then for that right-hand side? Give me 3 players you think could be an option.
Realistically?
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
For January or for the next summer?
Well, January. Because they're going to have to, if he goes, they're replacing him.
Well, the only option there is Semenyo. I want Elise.
I'd love Elise. Yeah.
I don't think that's realistic in January. No chance. Maybe at the end of the season, depending how we finish and where they finish, he could be tempted. But I don't think there's enough profiles available in January to go out, and immediately make an impact. Bar Semenyo. Honestly, I don't think Semenyo is the answer, if I'm being honest with you. But he's a good player and he's available. So.
I've seen someone say Henderson before. That's fucking Ross. That chance shit on here, didn't he? He got mixed up with Ederson and fucking Henderson or whatever the fuck he did. Like, fucking something fucking wrong with him. Look, shout out to people in the comments. Yeah, Hamza's in the build now, are we?
Nicky said Rodrigo as well from Real Madrid. No thanks.
Rodrigo, yeah.
Bro, he hasn't scored a goal in 20, 30 games or whatever. Like, his form is.
I'd say another player that Liverpool are monitoring is Minter.
Yes, but I just feel like. Am I being spoiled here by saying like he doesn't excite me? He doesn't get me off my seat. He's a good squad player. He's a Gakpo, in my opinion.
You have a list of players, don't they, on the fucking list? I think if you're going to if you said to Liverpool now, be open, tell us your top 3 players. 1 would be Elise, 2 would be Semenyo, 3 would be that Minter.
Minter, yeah. But like for me, Minter's on the same level as Gakpo. He's not a Liverpool starter. He's
quicker though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Liverpool squad player, and that. But he's also his final third needs to improve as well. Minter as well, his decision making, which that can get coached and that will come. You play with better players, you like to perform better. But I think you'll see a lot of Frimpong on the right wing in come these January fixtures in the next few weeks.
I'll tell you what, Mo. Do you know what? Just on the back of the game, it's good to see some of the new players starting to find their feet now, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
It's a bit more. I know Gary, one of our viewers, Gary, he fucking hates Isak, it seems. I think he did all right last night, but I think the problem with Isak, for instance, the fucking formation's constantly changing all the time.
We must go through like 3 or 4 different formations mid-game.
All the time.
Like,
how's that gonna? I think we could have fucking Ireland down the middle, lads, and he'd be fucked at the minute with the constant rotation, constant change, players in, players out. But I tell you what, mate, I think Florian's coming into his own.
Oh, 100%. When Florian came on yesterday, we looked like a different team. Everyone got spark in their life. Little 1-2s, little move and goes. We didn't see any of that. Like, there was an urgency. There was a pace in our play, And, for 60 minutes before Florian, we didn't really have that. We were just solid, compact and solid, which is fine. I'm not complaining. But ultimately, we need to create chances. I don't want to go down the route and be in a team that only relies on a moment of magic or a set piece, like he says. I want to be a team.
You're never going to fucking win many games just if you're waiting for magic. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I want to be a team that constantly knows, okay, we're going to play for the middle. This is our style. Got the marauding wing backs coming on. Every now and then we'll change it when we got proper wingers in the team. And fine, you can have a backup plan. You can have a couple of formations. But yesterday, I think we've seen more of the diamond, which I've been crying out for. It was solid. It was impressive. And to get a 1-0 win, you got to give credit. But we didn't create much. That was my only concern. Until Flo came on, we looked alive. Prior to that, we just looked like we were going for the motions. At one point, I thought we were playing for a draw. Do you mean?
I did at one point. No, when he took Isak off, I thought this is the draw motion, this. Yeah. But you know what, Mo? This goes back to what I just said to you before. You earn your luck, lad. And Liverpool's fighting for everything. They got the luck. Mo, I want to ask you, the fucking first half, do you think that was a goal or not?
100% goal. Why was that disallowed? Even if I think VVD made contact first and the ball then ricocheted off the hand, which is still a
they fucking.
Yeah. Well, it took 5 minutes to try and decide it. If it takes that long, you go with the on-field decision. Simple. Do you mean? They're overcomplicating it. Do you know what they're doing now in the World Cup? There's going to be VAR reviews for corners.
My God, lad.
I swear to God, I'm not lying. We're going to the point now where we're actually going to
Marcus not even playing football anymore. These I know you said something else then, but these fellas they're hogging the fucking game now, aren't they?
A VAR for bloody corners? Are you mad? Where's common sense gone in this game? But yeah, to answer your question, 100% goal, 100% goal, and on a letter of the law, as soft as it is, 100% penalty.
Yeah, it is. It is. Mo, when we see them, do you know what it is? It's because it's Liverpool, and obviously, dickhead fucking opposition fans are seeing Florian, and they just don't fucking like it. But Lewis was just saying here, Emery's just said Villa aren't making Elliot's deal permanent. I can see that
Right.
from a mile off. I think, mate, he needs to go abroad. Someone like a fucking Leipzig or something.
Yeah, he ain't going to play and give 100% is all to another Premier League club. He's too.
Certainly, he's not even going to get on either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's too connected to Liverpool. And even in that documentary, his dad's a bit of a netter as well. Like, do you mean?
Yeah, a bit of a knobhead, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. But yeah, he needs to go abroad, to Germany or whatever, and try and get Liverpool out of his mind, get far away from Liverpool because he's too emotionally connected. Even when we're playing, he's posting Liverpool pictures, like you play for Villa right now, son. And his plan was to go to the World Cup. He ain't going to go to the World Cup, so now he's got to knuckle down, get a move, come back here, or knuckle down, and try and get a move abroad. Yeah.
You know, do you know what though, mate? He can be a decent impact off the bench. He was for Jurgen. At times, he was for fucking Arnie. But let's be honest, like, for me, he's too small. He's too slow. He looks like he's fucking running with a shit in his ass. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he's shit in his pants. But he is like he's a fan on the pitch. But ultimately, lads, you can't just give players games like that. Do you know what I mean?
No, you got to have ability. You got to have quality to play for Liverpool.
Mo, Tasha's in the building. How are you, girl? Saying prediction for Brighton in the 11. Give me a team off the top of your head.
I'd go the same. I'd go Diamond. I'd go the same, yeah. I would.
Any personnel change?
Yes, I'd go Mac out. Mac, oh my God. I love him to bits, yeah. But I'm sorry. He played like he was 37. We need to check his passport. I think he's done a scam on us. He runs like he's in treacle or wearing jeans. His passing. Yesterday, remember when he pretended he had cramp when he booted the ball out? I don't think that was cramp. I think he just did a bad boot out the ball, and he's like, "Oh God, I got to go down and pretend I got cramp." Like, oh yeah, Bradley suspended. So yeah, but what's his name? Joe Gomez, right back.
I'd keep Joe there. I'd bring Kirkes back in me.
And Kirkes, yeah, probably Kirkes for Robbo, and then Wirtz for the old man Mac.
I do. That was a good question from me. Yeah. I mean, saying I want a good performance, but I just want to talk about this with you, lad. Where is it? Curtis Jones, mate. For me, right? For me, I know people are going on Szoboszlai, right, as Liverpool's best player this season. I agree, but I think if Curtis stays fit, he'd be one of the best midfielders at the club. I think he's got so much in his locker, lad. Do you know what people are talking? Szoboszlai's captain material. So's this fucker if he stays fit.
Well, it'll be them two, vice captain,
Yeah.
in my opinion, you know.
I think he's fucking brilliant, me lad.
This has always been Jones's problem. He never takes a scruff of the neck when he gets the chance. Like, he gets 2-3 games and he gets injured. Like, you need to take these chances.
He can't play 3 games in a row. If he could, mate, I'll tell you now, right? Do you know if he'd played the same amount of games this season as Szoboszlai, like Curtis Jones, mate, would have been Liverpool's player of the season because he's been the best player on the pitch in majority of the games he's played.
Yeah. I said to you earlier, from a technically perspective,
brilliant.
There's him and Flo are top of the shop in that squad. Yeah. Technically,
Flo's the best technically.
Yeah, gifted. Jones is right behind him. He's technically gifted. He's press resistant. He's slowly getting that out of his game where everyone thought he slows the game down. I think Gravenberch slows him down. Yeah,
explain what you mean, Mo, chance, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think Gravenberch slows down the game more than Jones at the moment.
That's where I think Mo. Do you know what, mate? Like fucking in that Sunderland game, I was fucking furious with the fact that Maka and Grav in the 7 minutes added on, 5 of them was them two fucking around with it.
Yeah, and it's no surprise. I think the stats, maybe the chat can confirm. I think he's in the top 3 or top 2 of forward passing midfielders in the whole 5 in the whole of Europe. I think. Progressive passing. You know, he can play a ball. He can pass. He can play for the lines, and that's what we need. We need to get that ball to flow as soon as possible. I don't think Gravenberch has that ability to see that ball and has the confidence to play that ball through the lines quicker, where Jones has, you know, in the pivot, you know. So, yeah, Jones has to start for me. Let's just hope that he can.
He's massively improved, lads, I think. One thing about Curtis
is
he's matured. Mate, he's been bollocking fucking Virgil van Dijk this season.
You don't see that, like, and that's the scouse in him. He's a fan. He's like, this is my club. I'm going to step up, and about time you needed to step up. We've been
Yeah, I'm crying for it, right?
Yeah, we've been waiting for this to happen ages. Like, let's hope, let's pray. This is it. We see 7, 7, 8, 9 games in a row where Jones is fit, he's performing, he's playing 80 minutes plus, and he's running the show. And then we know, all right, Jones has arrived. You know,
I think Curtis has been the second best player behind Szoboszlai. The problem that Curtis has had is just not playing enough games. But I think there's a top player there for me. And mate, he starts every week for me if he's fit. There's no two ways around it.
well, I'm just happy, like you can back me up. Since the start of the season, I've been praying for the 4-4-2 diamond, haven't I? And every
diamonds are forever, lads.
Yeah, I'm like diamond, and I'm so happy I got to see it. Like, so look, if Slot wants to go, I'm available. I'll jump in the dugout. I know what I'm doing. You know, I call the diamond.
Flow.
I'll get the best out of Flow, not a problem. You know, so yeah, I'll throw my hat into the ring, man.
Yeah. No, look, mate. I think there's some exciting talents that just the bit poorly managed. You know, and I just think they look poorly drilled at times, lad. But they are. You know, in the last few games, it's slowly. Do you know the win last night, Mo? I think, you know, I speak to some of my mates and they're like, oh, it's still, you know, blah, 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 talking about Slot. And I'm like, I'm not talking about that. Because I just don't, I'm not seeing that as like, we've turned the fucking corner, mate. We spoke about it, mate. This team's head must be fucked. Do you know what I mean? Any little result at the minute, you don't need 5-star performances right now. And I think people are expecting scintillating football. No, you're not going to get it off the shit that we've been dealing with.
Results over performances right now.
Results and the fucking form will start changing and the performances will come. I think it's this is you know, I get this, mate. The problem is our attack. Slot can't coach our attack. Do you know where I think the biggest problem is for Arnie Slot at the minute is? Because the defence has been so shit as well. So he doesn't know which fucking side to focus on. He's got a set piece coach. He may as well just be fucking.
Oh, he should be the first one at the door, that set piece coach. He should be the first at the door. First person I'd sack would be him.
Do you know if like we get an Alonso or something like that, right? I expect someone along them lines. I do at Liverpool. Seeing them drilled will be a big start for Liverpool because they are. I think one of the things that now the players are fucking not happy with Alonso about, which is ridiculous.
The workload.
The workload, lads. Are we ever going to be a top team if you're moaning about the workload? But I think our problem is we look like we don't train enough.
Yeah, well, we train on the wrong things. You know, I see on you know, you can't judge it from inside Anfield training, but they do some mad training things like basketball and weird shit. Like, you know, I know it's all strength conditioning and stuff like that, but I'd rather see my manager on the pitch drilling people and
a bit more
being loud and saying, no, stop, blow the whistle. You should have done this. You should have done that. When he does this, come deep. When he goes this, and I don't see enough of that. Maybe it happens when we don't see it, but I just don't see Slot being that kind of person.
I think Gary's fucking trying to get me to fucking nibble that.
Ramsey, Gomez, Van Dijk.
Fucking what's this team?
Robertson, Szoboszlai, Jones, Endo.
Fucking hell.
Rio word to Ekatike.
Oh,
Gary, give your head a wobble, son.
Come on, laddie, you all right? Callum said the 3 CMs to sit back and let work throw. Personally, my team, I'll tell you my team what I would do for the weekend.
First of all, formation. What formation you going?
Diamonds are forever. Yes. Nice. Yeah. Thought you'd be happy at that. Yeah. So I'd go Alisson in goal. Gomez, Canate, Van Dijk. I'd play Kerkers. Because, you know, if you've not got Bradley, I want the other side getting down the pitch. Yeah. Joe can be a bit more cautious so we don't get caught out. I'd have Grav at the bottom of the tip. Jones, Szoboszlai, Vert, Ekatike and Isak. And I think eventually, mate, he'll just start getting better performances. That's what I would do. XYLFC is saying, well, who do you both want as the next manager? Can't say the same. You go first.
What? If I had anyone to choose from?
Who do you want?
Luis Enrique.
Problem with Luis Enrique for me, lad, he'd be the top one for me, but it's just waiting. I don't think Liverpool are willing to wait for anyone, are they?
And if we're going to pull a trigger mid-season, then I'd say Alonso.
I think if Liverpool, the problem that I've got with it is, I love Luis Enrique and I'd love him to be the manager of Liverpool. I can't see him taking the City job. I can see him being the next Man City manager. And I think if Liverpool were willing to wait, I think Liverpool would wait on Nagelsmann more.
Right, interesting shout.
Yeah,
I just can't see Luis Enrique at Man City. But mind you, he's gone to a soulless club. He's gone to a soulless club at PSG, isn't he? So, yeah.
But this is it, you know, and Pep's his mate, lad.
Yeah.
So you never know. It could be a little handover like that. A few people say Fabregas or Alonso. I like the thought of Fabregas. I think it'd be an exciting project, Mo, but for me, he's still a little
Too
bit
raw.
new.
Yeah, it's a bit
too
raw.
raw.
Too raw.
Yeah.
I want a manager who has at least won a league, knows how to win a league. You know, it doesn't matter what league. It can be Scottish league. Yeah, do you mean? But I'd rather want a manager who has that know-how of winning a league in another country.
I think I like the fact that, you know, if it's going to be Alonso, he knows the club, lads, and he'll know he's got to play good football. And I think, I tell you what, mate, if you've got Alonso coming in, you know exactly Florian Wirtz's game's just going to keep going up.
Oh, and Frimpong's, it's going to elevate.
Yeah.
And immediately, whatever brokenness we have between the fans and Slot, you know, because he doesn't engage with us mainly. You know, I know every game we had Cop giving a fist bumps and it got us going. We were on the journey with him. I think Slot took everyone against West Brom. We drew 2-2 in the Cup or League.
Yeah.
Everyone was going, oh, look what he's doing after a draw. No, that meant more. That was like connecting with the fans. If we get Alonso, that connection's there straight away. He doesn't have to work hard for that connection. We're going to adore him straight away. And we're going to give him time. So, yeah, Alonso would be a great shout, I think. But let's see what happens tonight. There's talk if he loses tonight, then he's out the door. Player power. Vinny's going to sack him.
Do you know what I think would potentially happen? I think if he gets sacked, I think Liverpool will tell him to just go and have a little holiday for a couple of weeks.
Right.
Get into January.
And start picking your team. Get your back and start together.
Because I think they want to let the situation die down and not with Salah.
Yeah.
You can't just do it too quick. And I think they'll want it. I think if the manager's going soon, a lot of it'll happen in the same space. Salah's gone. Slot's gone. Fucking new managers in, blah, blah, blah. So
if we're being brutally honest, even with the outbursts of Mo and Slot and all that, both of them should go, shouldn't they? If we're being brutally honest, like
Slot on the basis of the
performances, 9 defeats in 11 or whatever.
Yeah. Salah for me on the back of you know, Liverpool are built on a team culture. We can't have individuals when we're going through a fucking carnage. And I think Mo shouldn't be a starter anymore, lad.
Yeah. Well, Slot should have been sacked for saying that we haven't got a profile of bloody that Newcastle player. You know, what's his name?
Fucking Murphy.
Yeah, he should be. If he said that, God, man, you should be sacked for that, you joker.
The thing is now, mate, everything he says is fucking highlighted.
It's under the microscope now. It's intensified, everything he says now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, mate, like Storm in a teacup saying here, Alonso will deal with the personalities, good training routines and tactically good. Mate, he'll be bouncing around the action in this fucking Predator boots, lads.
Yeah, he'll be spraying 40-yarders better than ever.
Hit it, lad, fucking. What did you make of Steven Gerrard's comments?
Spot on. Like what he said was spot on. Like he accepts his frustration. He accepts he's one of the best players Liverpool has had since him. But he should have done it in a different way. There's ways to get your point across, you know? And that's why a lot of people have jumped on the Salah bandwagon. I just want people to remember, like, look, even if he does go, like, let's not remember him for the way he's exit. Let's remember him for what he's done, like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think if he's defo going, lads, fucking Liverpool have to try and do something so the fans can see him off before that. I'd rather know he's going before he goes to the AFCON.
We need closure on this. We can't have this dragging on. You know, because
Salah goes to the AFCON and never see him and, you know, clapping the fans again. Do you know what I mean? But I think that could have been the situation at Leeds, mate.
100%. And I think what you saw yesterday was a bit of a siege mentality from the Romanian players. They were like, let's stick together, guys. Not just to put a thumbs up to Mo. They played for the club yesterday. And that's what I like.
That's why I was so proud of them, lads.
Yeah, they played for the badge yesterday. Yeah, they played for the badge yesterday. Each to a man, everyone had a decent game. Even Ibu, even Empty Head had a good game.
Empty Head. He did, lads. And, you know, I see a lot of people saying Alonso would be a good choice. I like the fact of Alonso, lad. I think he's a top coach. And I think, mate, fucking, if Real Madrid sack him, they are fucking clowns, lad. And this is why I think, mate, Liverpool are keeping saying in the media, we are back in Slot. Because I think if Real Madrid think Liverpool are going to fucking just get Alonso straight away, they'll prolong it with them. I really do believe that. Because they're fucking backwards, them, lads. Tasha saying maybe we should snatch Anthony Gordon from Newcastle, he will help Isak. I think Liverpool will be fucking dealing with them again.
I do think he'll probably end up a Liverpool player, even though I don't rate him at the moment. I think in the next couple of
Few
years,
shit years, hasn't he?
Yeah, in the next couple of years, I think he'll end up in a Liverpool shirt.
It's one of them. I don't know. I think maybe I think he's missed the boat on Liverpool now.
Well, he needs to perform. He hasn't performed really, has he? He hasn't stepped up. Elanga and Harvey Barnes are playing much better. And what's his name? Jacob Murphy.
This is a player I love, though.
Oh, Tonali's the man.
What a fucking lad! I see him in a City shirt for some reason, lad.
I'll be dangerous, man.
It would be because he never got that fucking. Remember they tried to buy what's the one at West Ham? What's his name?
Oh, Paqueta.
He'd have been a belter playing for him, lads. Yeah, he's one of the best players you'll see live. If people have, I know you've seen him live, but I know some people don't know how good is he on the ball, lads.
Oh, so good. Just sticks to him.
But this fucker, lad, mate, he's one of the best players who turned up to the league in the last few years.
But I think he misses Italy, didn't he? I think he's going to end up back in Italy. But that could be the next route we go down. If Alonso comes in or whoever, this setup we have now is the board buy. Yeah, the board buy players. The manager doesn't buy players. The board buy players now. They could go down the Italian route, get Bastoni, partner him up with Leone, the future Italian centre-back partnership there for many years to come. They could even go and get, someone like Tonali, Barella. Even though Barella was a bit shit.
I like Barella. He was.
I love Barella. I thought he had a crap game yesterday, though.
Did you see that? What was that play that we were trying to sign ages ago? Fucking, I can't think where he was at. But lad, Mackie could run into him and he just fucking megged him, lad. He made Mackie look like,
Zelensky.
Yeah, Zelensky. He fucking made Mackie look stupid, lad.
I'm telling you, Mackie lied on his passport. His truth's come out. He's 37 years old.
Mackie looked like he was running through dog shit, lad.
Honestly, look. I love Macca, but I think everyone loves Macca. But if we got an offer for him, 70 million in the summer, I think every Liverpool fan would be like, let's take him.
I just think we need a different type of profile in there, Mo, to be honest. Someone who's a bit more mobile, maybe a bit bigger stature. Do you know what I mean?
No, I want that Kamara, the French dogged midfielder. He's
Kamara, you mean?
Yeah, he's a cross between a Kante and a Casado, and I think that's what we're missing.
That's what we lack, because Endo's going to go. Do you know what? I'd even swap Endo with that Palinha, lad. I think he'd be a good little fit in the fucking team. He's been on. The one from Bayern Munich.
Yeah, he's at Spurs now.
I know, but he's not playing, is he? He fell out with the fucking Frank, hasn't he?
Has he? I thought he has been playing.
Bits and bobs, yeah. I'm surprised how fucking bad he's done at Spurs.
Frank, yeah. And that's why we got to be careful what we wish for. Not every manager we like, Iriola.
This is what I don't want fucking... I don't want, like, fucking Palace, man. That's the worst choice for me, like, that fucking Glasner.
Oh, I don't want him near my club. No thanks.
I hate him, lad.
No thanks. Don't want him near my club.
Lad, I was on a night out and his fucking son was on the next table to me, lad. Fucking, I had him singing fucking Liverpool songs, so his half fella better not turn up at our club, lad. What do you make of this one, Van der Ven?
Good.
Injury
very
program?
Good, very pacey, but I think I need to see more. I don't think he has that passing ability myself. He definitely has a running ability and recovery ability, and maybe
I think we've been fucking talking about like another Joe Gomez, though, lads, in and out.
Yeah. Soon his pace will go. He'll have an injury or something like that. I'm not wishing it on him, but his main attribute is pace, isn't it? So when you take that main attribute away, what's he got? That's what I would ask.
Yeah, I think there's better players than him personally. XYLFC, same question for both of us. What do you think Slot's biggest con is in this Liverpool job? Why is he failing this season? Well, give one and I'll give one.
I think he's trying to force square pegs in round holes, trying to get players into form, which he shouldn't do. If players off form, drop them. Don't force the issue. And I think his tactical changes from last year, where we pretty much played 4-4-3, gegenpress, we had Klopp's tactics. He changed it a little bit. Now he's trying to implement his style. I don't know what that is. I can't tell you. But I think because of he's trying to implement his tactics with his players, it's kind of gone Pete Tong a little bit.
I think his biggest problem is, Mo, is I think he doesn't know what his best team is still.
Yeah. Or his formation.
Yeah. I think him not knowing his best team, the chopping and changing, I think he's failed with man management.
100%.
I don't think that... Little things I've heard, I believe the players don't like him. personally.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Playing for the Bads now. I think they've been told from the club, you fucking better start performing.
Yeah, and I think, look, in our defence alone, there's been so many changes throughout the season, and I think that's one area you need to keep solid. Like, and I keep referring to Arsenal. Arsenal are solid because their defence doesn't really change much. We've had 5 right backs this season. 5.
Nah, there you go, mate.
5 right backs. That's
how are you meant to get anywhere with that?
Exactly. So I just think you need to start with a solid base and then build. But I don't know. Like you said, he doesn't know what his first team is, and he's had to juggle the Mo situation. He can't handle big egos, in my opinion.
Do you know what, mate? One thing I will say is, right, because look, I don't expect him to be here much longer, but I think he deserves some respect, and he's lost. I know he winds me up sometimes, but I do think he's dealt with some massive issues at Liverpool, some things that are like unheard of. The Jota situation, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he's also having to deal with 2 big profiles that are coming to the end of the careers. The Virgil van Dijk one, Mo Salah one. You see, is causing issues now within the club.
I think the other player he's fallen out with is VVD.
Yeah, I do think that as well. I do. But you know what? When I watch the interviews of the players the other day, mate, I think they've realised Salah's gone as well. The telling factor for me was the question to Sabozlai, do you still want to play with him? And he didn't answer.
Yeah. He said, I love him, and he didn't answer like no.
But it's his choice. They know they're not fucking stupid. You know.
All the players have come out and spoken, Sabozlai, Robertson, they've all kind of picked the club, I think. But the only
I do think a few of the players don't feel a bit sorry for Slot after this week.
Yeah, I think the only person who sat on the fence a little bit was VVD. I thought VVD was backing Salah with his comments, and that's what made me think maybe he's had a falling out with him as well.
I'll be honest, mate. I'm going to say something. I think this is his last season as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think he's going to go as well at the end of the season. Personally, I don't know. Maybe he needs a new change as well. You just never know. I think with Van Dijk, lad, with the carnage that's happened this year, he'd want to see who the manager is next.
Yeah.
Personally.
And if
he's going to see a Glasner, for instance, he's gone.
Yeah, he's going to go get paid. Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah. But look, we'll wrap it up because I know there's footy on and people want to do it. Mo, we are on Anfield Index later, so if people want to see us, 8:30.
8:30, yeah.
Yeah, this is the potential one. He could retire. I don't think Van Dijk's one that lingers round either, lad. I think he's also a business-minded fella. He has fucking loads of companies, Van Dijk. So, it's one of them.
Yeah, I think he knows leave football before football leaves you, innit,
That's what Mo Salah can't get used to.
Yeah.
So he's going to, Ronaldo, lad, he should have fucking retired ages ago. Do you know what? He's going to be like a fucking skeleton with a fucking...
He just wants 1,000 goals, doesn't he? That's what he's going to do,
Lad, this fella, if you haven't watched Haaland's fucking videos, mate, he's great. He's a belter, him, lad. I like Haaland. He's fucking...
Yeah, his YouTube channel's funny, man.
Do you know what? For people that don't know, I don't know if you know it, but someone that me and Grizz know, and I don't know if you know, he's a City fan. Haaland sent a load of gear to his house.
He told us.
Haaland's a normal lad, mate. And because he knows this particular lad does loads of shit, he travels everywhere. Haaland sent about 20 grand's worth of fucking clothes and signed tops to him, lad. So that Haaland, mate, he's a fucking all-day
he's
fella.
A top lad. He knows. He's grown up in this country, so he knows the football mentality and fans, So
he's just down to earth, lads, isn't he? Yeah, but mate, he's got no ego in because for me, he's the best finisher the league's ever had.
Yeah.
In front of goal, he doesn't fucking miss, does he? He's fucking...
I don't know, Suarez you might put up there. Suarez is amazing.
No, I know, but Finn in front of goal, lad, no one comes near him. He fucking... Look at his stats, lad.
Yeah, that's fine, but honestly...
All right, question. Who's a better finisher that the Premier League's ever had than him?
I would honestly say Suarez competes with him.
But Suarez...
What you've got to understand is you've got to put Suarez in that Man City team and give him that service. A prime Suarez in that team. Bloody hell.
Right, let's see Haaland's goal stats, right? Before we fuck off, Mo, let's see.
What's the chat reckon? If you had a fully fit Haaland or a fully fit Suarez?
No, that's not the question. Because I'd pick Suarez for the all-round game. I'm talking about if the ball drops to a fucking forward.
Who do you want it to finish to save your life?
I'd want it to drop to Haaland, me. Let's see his fucking stats. Right?
I'm interested to see what the chat say. If it's life dependent, I'm going Suarez myself.
He's had 166 games for Man City, 144 goals. He had 89 games for fucking Dortmund. He scored 86 goals.
Oh, his scoring record is unbelievable.
That's what I'm talking about, lads. That's what. I like this one as well, Harry Kane as well. I thought he'd have been a cracker for Liverpool. Look at this. We're horrible. We're fucking horrible here, lads. This is what I mean. Alan, lad, he's a demon, lad, isn't he?
He's
a big blonde goth.
He's clinical. I'm not saying he's not. He is.
I know you're on about that fucking Divi, fucking Aluku, whatever the fucking name is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this is where I'm at. Suarez is a better player, but Ireland is better finisher than fucking Suarez.
And that's probably, I hold my hand up then. Yeah. Look,
you can fuck off, you.
I'm happy to do I'm wrong. I give my 2
cents. You're right. You are right. Yeah. You are right. But we'll wrap it up. Reds. Yeah, look, another one saying Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, good job.
Quick one before we go, Mo. Who scored tonight for that City game?
Wherever you at Madrid, is it?
Bernabeu, yeah.
2-1 Man City.
Oof. I'm going to say, I think Real Madrid win. I'm going to say 2-0 Madrid.
And then score prediction for Brighton? Or are we going to do another show?
We will, but we'll do it. We'll give the people what they want. I think Liverpool win, lads. I'm going to say 2-0.
I was going to say 2-0 as well. I think we're going to get another clean sheet. I don't know what's telling me that, but I think we're going to get another clean sheet. If we go with Diamond, we'll go with
the Diamonds, lads. The Diamonds are coming.
I've never felt so justified in my life. Like, oh yeah, brilliant.
What a player, by the way, Aguero. But Reds,
that's a great shout.
Yeah, let's quickly see what the team is like for that Madrid. Someone's saying 2-0.
So he's got Valverde right back then.
Yeah. Weird front line, isn't it? I tell you what, lad, that fucking Vinicius is a knobhead.
Yeah, I'm looking at this lineup. Man City, I think, all day.
Yeah. Liverpool wins 4-0 Madrid, 2-0 Brighton. Callum's fucking going 3-0 City. Well, that's it. Reds, we'll wrap it up. Don't lose the faith. The Reds are hopefully coming back into the mix. Mo, I think we can agree. If we have 5 good games, we'd probably be up and around these fucking bastards above.
We're unbeaten in 4, so we've got
progress.
We've got to take positives and negatives.
Yeah, lads. Look, shout out to everyone in the comments. Smash a like, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. I think we've got a morning show as well. We're doing Cop of the Morning. So I think Marty's actually joining us tomorrow as well as Millie and Ross. So Reds, get some questions in. Have a good night. Watch the footy, and the Reds will be back soon. Keep the faith. See you after. Up the fucking Reds.